natural state before they get in a real relationship with us?
Whenever I've heard a man say, let me see what you look like with no makeup. Let me see what you look like without the hair. I feel that that man is telling you that he does not have the money to finance your beauty upkeep. Don't come over here thinking that I'm going to go to Sephora and get you some makeup. So I need to see you without all that because I want to strip you of all that because I ain't got it. When a man says that to you, he wants to strip you of everything. He doesn't want you to have the thought process of maintaining yourself.
Man, the delusion is crazy. Where did she get that theory from? I mean, did she learn that from some book or did she just come up with that on her own? Why? I'm so confused that why men can't just like what we say we like. Why if I tell a woman we don't like BBLs, why they look me dead in my eyes and tell me I'm lying? If I tell a woman we don't like nails, we don't like eyelashes, we don't like none of that stuff. We don't like makeup. We don't like it. We don't like tattoos. You like that stuff, not us. Little um,
Go around the panel, get your
You good, you
perspective.
good, you good.
I got it.
Okay. Who wants to go first on sharing their perspective on that?
I don't mind.
Okay, let's start with you. What's your thoughts on what you heard? Do you think that, that's how women look at it? Do you think that she's right for what she said? Or let me just get your overall perspective.
Yeah, I think that everything comes from a matter of perspective. So as I could sit here and say all day long that, oh, I have a lot of upkeep. I, for now, do it for myself. So it is very expensive. So when you're dating, I think that somebody wanting to see you in your natural state is more so just to make sure there's a lot of fake stuff going around. They want to make sure, like, when you take your pants off, does your ass go with it? So I think when it comes to makeup, I don't think it's necessarily them not being able to upkeep, but a man is super duper precautious if you look like you always have your nails done, always have your makeup done, always have nice clothes. It is looked like an investment, and they will hesitate if they feel like you look like an expensive investment.
Okay. So you saying that, what she said, it has some validity, meaning that, if you're like, always glossy and glammy, a man may view the woman like,
Maybe a
this
little
could
out of my
be,
price range.
it could be out my price range. It could be a little hard to maintain. And then she alluded to.
First of all, I was totally unaware that we was responsible for women's upkeep. Now, if this is my wife or a longtime girlfriend, of course I'm gonna take care of her and do the things that I need to do to make sure she looks the way that she wants to look, make sure she's beautiful, whatever. But in what world is men paying for women to get their makeup done? And why would I have to validate to you what I can provide for you, like as far as like right now? Like who is doing that for you? Because you got other things to worry about, like your weight. You need to be in the gym. Seriously. So I mean, you while you talking about makeup and stuff, your face is like five different shades, and you look crazy. And the thing about it is, when you look in the mirror, when she looks in the mirror, she probably thinks she looks beautiful. And there is a beauty in her, but it doesn't come from that makeup.
To the part where men saying, hey, I don't really care about makeup. I don't like if you wear makeup. She's saying that the reason why the man is saying that is because, he doesn't have his finances together to provide that for her to upkeep her beauty standard. You agree with that part?
I disagree with that part.
Got it. Okay. What's your perspective on that video?
My perspective, I mean, I would see makeup as a hobby, and I would see a man, if he was the full money maker, being able to, give money to a woman to be able to have her hobbies on the side. So I feel like if he was able to finance it, then he should. And if he wasn't, maybe he's not very, into makeup, not having a well done woman. I mean, every man is into something different. So, I mean, maybe some men have more of a, like, they want their woman to be, well made up. So
Like dolled up. Okay.
they would put money into that. And then other men don't really care, so they wouldn't.
Okay. And let's go to what's your perspective?
My perspective is I don't need any man paying for my makeup at all. Like, I wear makeup because I like makeup, and I get my nails done and my hair done because I like to do those things, and I can fully pay for all those things myself. So I don't need anybody to do that for me. And if somebody doesn't like that I wear makeup, then it's on to the next. I mean, everyone has their preference, like what you guys said. So if somebody's like, "Oh, I would prefer you without any makeup on," well, I like to do my eyebrows, so I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, so for like hypothetical, say if we're in a relationship and I'm like, honey, I just would prefer that you would, take that makeup off. I actually think you look much better without makeup. Would you then be like, oh, ill, like you should just like me for me and for whatever I want to, however I want to present myself, and leave? Or would you be like, I respect that, and you'll take the makeup off?
I'd say I respect that, and I'd still wear the makeup.
Okay.
I respect your opinion,
got
but
it.
I'm gonna
So you're
still.
not.
I'm gonna take a stab at it and try to psychologically analyze her for a second. I can almost bet money that in high school she was the one that wasn't getting, she wasn't the pretty one. She was the one that wasn't getting hit on as much as maybe the cheerleaders and the more popular, more attractive women. And so in turn, she developed this personality where she's mean, where she's like rejecting people that's probably out of the league anyway to make her seem like she looks better or has more higher value than what she actually is. She wants people to perceive her as being more valuable than what she really is. When she don't understand that, what she would have to do is compensate for with femininity. She had to compensate for with submission and compensate with cooperation. And she could be just as attractive as the prettiest woman. Short story, there's a woman that comes into my job and she isn't the most attractive woman, but she is so feminine that it makes her attractive. Man, we love femininity, and I don't understand why women try to force to accept y'all masculinity, saying, "Oh, well, sometimes we got to be masculine." Y'all make these make us almost have to compromise with y'all. But imagine if we was the shoes on the opposite foot, and we was telling y'all, "Well, sometimes we got to be feminine. Sometimes I want to wear a dress. Sometimes y'all wouldn't go for it." We hate masculinity, but we love femininity because it's the opposite of us, and that's what we love.
Not
Wear
going to
it.
yield to what the man wants.
No, because if I'm dating somebody at that point, they're going to like me for who I am at that
No,
point.
it's not
Like
true.
that, this is who I am. I like to wear makeup. I like to glam.
Why do women say that? You're gonna like me for who I am. No, it's not true. We're gonna like you for who you are at your best, highest value of you. Just because you're one way, and sometimes we'll come in and it doesn't work. Trying to fix a woman doesn't work. You really should come and get her as you want her to already be, because women will like her. As you can see, she's gonna be like, you should just accept me, even if she was 350 pounds. This is how you met me, so you should accept me like this.
Up. That's just who I am. And if you're not into that, then we would have never been dating. We would have never been living together. None of that.
Okay. Do you think sometimes when you meet a man and you're getting into that serious part that your some of your behaviors should change? Like you have these behaviors, when you were single, but then when you get in a relationship, certain behaviors that you currently have, do you think that should change or no?
Yeah, it's a give and take. But if you're referring to me wearing makeup, though, I feel like that's something, again, I do for myself. Like, guys like to go to the barber and get their hair cut. I think your hair looks fine, but guys are like, I gotta go every Friday to get my
Listen,
hair cut and go to the barber.
we go and get.
That's that's cap, because I got friends who, when they go get haircuts, they girlfriends be on their head. Like they don't even want them to go nowhere because they know they look better. And that's another thing. Women want us to get haircuts. They tell us we look good in haircuts. As a matter of fact, I would put money that if women told us they didn't like haircuts, we would never get them because we don't get them for us. We get them for y'all. Of course, I don't have no hair, so I don't get haircuts, but the men who do.
Get our hair cut for chicks.
So what if I said stop going to the barber? I don't like that.
That's not happening.
Exactly.
No, what I'm
Thank
saying
you.
is, no, listen.
I would do that. My girl was like, man, I like your hair long. We got long hair, baby. If I could grow long hair.
And is this women don't dictate anything in a relationship unless you want a beta. Then you can dictate some stuff. I don't think all of you ladies want a beta. You want a man that has some masculinity. If you want a beta, fair enough, no argument.
I
But
wouldn't
if
think
you
no
want a
better. I'm
masculine
trying
man and
to
he's
fly
truly
for
that
her.
guy, he's not gonna, submit to a woman. That's gay. But so what I'm saying here is like, if the man was saying, hey, honey, I do think that you look better without makeup. Now, prior to when, before we met, you were wearing makeup because you were advertising yourself. You were putting yourself on the market. But now you're in a relationship, you're cuffed. And one of his preferences is you actually look better without makeup. You don't have to do it anymore. And what I'm saying is, will you submit to the man and give him what he actually wants? Or would you be like, listen, I'm not changing for you. I'm going to continue to do what I want.
There's certain things that I'm not going to change. I mean, so when I'm at home and I'm not out, I don't really wear a lot of makeup. I have glasses. I don't
Yeah.
wear my contacts. And my significant other liked me in that stage or phase or look or whatever. But when I would go out to dinner, to anywhere, I like to look good. If he would tell me to not wear makeup, that's just not happening.
It's just not happening.
That's
Okay,
not
fair
happening.
enough. Fair enough. What about what about you? What's your perspective on that clip and what she
I'm
said?
the same way. Like, I don't really need anybody I don't expect the person I'm with to provide things for me, like in that aspect. But I do like an alpha man. Like, I do want, I need like a masculine man. And I'm not saying like I'm really like on like the 50-50 thing. But I feel like there are some things where like a man should do and a woman should do. And I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I wouldn't expect a man to buy the makeup or pay for my nails.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, if you don't want me to wear makeup, or if you wanted me to wear more makeup, I probably would. I'm like a pleaser, so, if my man would be like, you need to wear makeup every day, I'd like I'd like be upset about it, I'd be aggy about it, but
Yeah.
I would do it. I would comply in the opposite.
You would comply.
I would comply.
Got it. So if he was like, yo, wash that off your face, you don't need
And that's all we want. That's what we like. Love it.
to wear that no more. You got
I
him
usually
in. You don't
wear
need to.
makeup. I
Okay,
typically
fair
don't.
enough. So you'll just comply. And what about you? What's your thoughts on that clip? She looked like she got an opinion. Go ahead and express yourself.
Because recently I was dating
Alex.
a guy and he
Put the mic a little closer. Do this.
sorry. I was recently dating a guy and he would make comments like, "Oh, I like that you don't wear a lot of makeup, you don't wear weave, this and that." And it's not that he couldn't afford it, but I feel like it's a control thing, especially the way that you say it, but also your man has influence on you. So if it's, "Oh, you don't need to wear all of that because he thinks that you're beautiful," okay, that should boost your confidence. And you shouldn't wear a whole lot of makeup. But if it makes you happy, you should understand that it makes you happy. And maybe you're not advertising it for everybody else, but it makes you feel good.
But when you think about it makes me feel good to cover up what's real. Like you're putting on a mask. It isn't your real face. You get what I'm saying? Like you are putting on makeup to cover up what's actually real about you. With that being said, if the man is saying like, hey, hun, I actually think that you look better without any makeup on, that means that he loves you for the real you. But meanwhile, you want to present the fake you. So it's like, why do you want him to love the fake you, or would you prefer him to love the real you with the blemishes, with, whatever you're covering up? You get what I'm saying? We know that makeup enhances, and makeup, the beauty industry is there to, present more of a youthful look. We know that. That's the reason.
Look how much we got to do just to say, listen, we like natural beauty. Look how much math he's doing and philosophy and history just to say we like women in their natural state.
Reason why women, do makeup and stuff like that. That's not the argument. The point of contention here is that
It's not even rocket science.
he just thinks that you look better without makeup. So why wouldn't you give the man what he wants instead of shaming the man where he's actually giving you, like you said, the greatest compliment because he loves you for you?
I don't think you have to shame him, but I think it would be a progression thing because it's not like we wake up one day and hate our faces or whatever. So that man has to instill that confidence in you for
Why
you to then like yourself.
Got it.
Right.
the man has to instill the confidence? Why do we have to instill why do we have to instill confidence? I'm confused why that's our responsibility to fix your insecurities.
Yeah.
So, would you say that most of you, I'll just speak real quick and let me know if you ladies agree or disagree. This whole makeup concept is a social construct, meaning that you were socially constructed to believe that, you look better with makeup on because there's competition out there. Ladies are putting on makeup, they're getting their boobs done, they're getting their butts done, they're getting their lips and they're enhancing their beauty. You see this, you're like, wow. Okay, competition. Subconsciously, in your front of the mind, you don't really view women as competition, but in your subconscious, you know that these women are your competition, so you go ahead and enhance it as well. But the reality is, if you ask men, we truly do not care about makeup, like at all. You get what I'm saying? Like, now, if we're being as far as the competition, all right, if your face just looks your face looks better with makeup than her face, all right, well, this chick, I guess she looks better, because you get what I'm saying. So that would still be there. But when we're in a relationship with you, most men we don't care about makeup at all. It's like, it gets on our clothes, it gets messy, gets on us. So it's like, we would prefer you not to wear it. From a general standpoint, I think that most men would agree to that. But Ease, what's your perspective on that?
I think women in general underestimate how much men appreciate the natural look. So if a guy is interested in you, we're gauging to see, okay, how does she look without that makeup? Is she pretty? I mean, I know she's pretty with the makeup, but how does she look without that makeup? Because in our heads, we're like, okay, if I'm going to spend the rest of my life with her, I'm going to wake up every morning to her. I want to be able to wake up to her face and be like, okay, yeah, I'm glad I got with her. Not, oh, who's this person? Because we all have seen that one girl that puts too much makeup on and she looks completely different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, but then again, every guy's different. But for the most part, small makeup is cool. But when you're caking, it's like, okay, now you're not suspect.
cake
like,
face.
why are you caking it that heavy?
I can't ever recall one time in history where I was like, man, I wish she would have had some more makeup on. Or I wish she would have did her makeup. Why you ain't wear your makeup? Like, I've never felt like that.
You know what I mean? I mean, we're all imperfect creatures here. We don't always have the best skin, but we really do appreciate the natural. Like, how many times have you ladies went to the gas station, to the supermarket with no makeup on, looking regular, and the guy still hits on you?
A lot.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm like, why?
because that's how much we appreciate the natural look. Like the whole getting your boobs done, ass done, lips done. Guys never told a woman, hey, go get plastic surgery, go get this done. No, we don't. It's a woman's own insecurity that makes her get that, because they see that, men
Other
are
women
like
got it.
Other women got it. So
Or
think
they
that,
just see the natural woman and they are lazy. They don't want to get
Correct.
into the gym. So they're like, oh, let me just take the fast route and go
Correct.
ahead and get my body done. I'll give my perspective on this a little bit. So that woman in that clip, go ahead and play that one more time for me. Yeah, pull that up.
Men should see us
I
in
think
our natural
Baja's
state before they get in a real relationship with us.
whenever I've heard a man say, let me see what you look like with no makeup. Let me see what you look like without the hair. I feel that that man is telling you that he does not have the money to finance your beauty upkeep. Don't come over here thinking that I'm going to go to Sephora, get you some makeup. So I need to see you without.
So if you see what she's doing here, you can keep it right there. Now you keep it up. I'll just speak and put it back to double screen. So if you see what she just did there,
Makeup
she
look
shamed the man.
crazy.
So she said instantly, when a man, tells me like, hey, let me see what you look like without that makeup on, I think she's projecting. I think that he just doesn't have the finances to, upkeep my makeup standard. So she's trying to shame the man. Maybe the man just wants to see the real you and not the fake you. Play some more.
All that because I want to strip you of all that because I ain't got it. When a man says that to you, he wants to strip you of everything. He doesn't want you to have the thought process of maintaining yourself.
I guess you gotta bear with him for a minute. It'll come back on, I think. I believe it. Come back on.
She is not even aware that the reason why she puts on makeup is because she's been programmed to think that this beauty standard is what she should, comply to. You get what I'm saying? But she projected and she put it on a man and tried to shame the man for it. So this woman is a chick that, she's a masculine woman. She's never going to be able to get on your program. So any chick that's just talking like this, man, chat, fellas,
Yeah, don't listen to
stay
her.
far away.
She don't
Stay
know what she's
far
talking
away.
about.
She don't know
Because
what she's
almost
talking about.
every woman in here has been hit on when they were looking regular.
Bro, chicks,
no makeup,
we actually gonna
sweats.
play some clips. We're gonna play some clips for y'all. You're gonna see how these chicks get hit on and they just in regular stuff walking in Walmart and guys are still hitting on them. So from the man's perspective, well, we don't really care about, all of this fancy stuff that you're doing, the makeup that you're doing. We don't really care about that, especially if we're in a relationship with
It
you.
looks nice though.
It's cool, but if we're in a relationship with you, we don't care about that at all. But okay, let's and actually, ladies, any
We don't like BBLs. Oh, most men. I'm not gonna say all men. Most men do not like BBLs. We don't like eyelashes. We don't like fake hair. We definitely don't like the crazy baby hair. We don't like makeup. Like we don't like any of that stuff. We like natural beauty. Most men. So I'm saying that every man says it. At what point a woman gonna be like, okay,